Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. It's winter here in Michigan. It's cold. I was going to do a little walk and talk, but I might have to go in my car because there's construction workers over there and it's kind of loud out here. It's surprising that they're like building a house in the middle of winter, but they're doing it. That's cool. Got to get it done. Okay, I'm walking away from the noise. I think it's a little better down here. This is like a trail actually, but it's covered in snow. Down there is actually, you see all those docks? It's water down there, frozen. This is a channel that comes through our town from Lake Michigan. It's kind of deep over here. Whoa. Looks like people have been walking through here. See some tracks. Can't really sit. Bench is covered in snow. So I just wanted to do a little quick video to share with you guys that I've read the Bible in a year. So in 2024, my husband and I both completed the whole Bible. And it's kind of crazy to think because I grew up, in a Christian household, growing up, going to church. I had my struggles as a teenager, young adult and all that. But I always believed, I always had faith. But I never really read the full Bible. And I think a lot of people don't, and they just go to church and they, kind of follow the cues and hear the message, and it's great to hear the good news and hear the Gospels, but to read it for yourself, it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new game. And I'll admit I didn't read it page by page. I listened to audio Bible on a lot, mostly the Old Testament, because it's a lot of, names and numbers and things like that, and it's just hard to understand. So most times I would listen to a book of the Bible on audio, and then I actually went on YouTube and I went to the Bible Project, and they have these little breakdown videos of each book of the Bible, and they have little like cartoons, and they kind of explain what everything means, because sometimes I would read a book and I still don't really understand it, or some of the terms like meant something else. So it's nice to have, people that have studied it for many years break it down for you so it's easier to understand. So I recommend listening and watching the Bible Project. And my daughter, she's 11 now and she loves it. She learned so much from it. So I guess what I want to share with you guys is I guess I just hope to motivate you to actually read the whole Bible for yourself or listen to it on audio. Whatever you can do, whatever's easier for you. But to hear the Word of God and all the stories and the Gospels and just hear it all, So we followed a plan to read the Bible in a year that was just listed in the back of my husband's Bible, and it showed different books to read and chapters. So some of the Old Testament and some of the New Testament, both in the same day. And that was fine, and it worked, like just being on a schedule like that. But now this year I'm starting over and I'm listening to the audio Bible, but I'm starting with the Old Testament, and then I'm just going to go through to the New Testament. So I feel like I'm going to do it like front, start to finish, front to back. And that's going to work better for me. I feel like I'll probably understand it better this time, but there's no right way to do it. I've heard people recommend just, for new people getting into Christianity, just start with the Gospels, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, and read those because they might be the most important books in the Bible. So after reading the whole Bible in a year, I feel like I've learned so much more. I understand so much more now. I'm studying more apologetics, and I'm trying to understand how to defend the faith, Christianity, because I do want to help bring people to the faith. That's important to me. That's, how most of us, most people I would think would want to figure out what they're supposed to do with their lives. And I feel like most of us, if not all, should be serving others to serve God. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working on. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I still know very little, but just hearing the Bible, hearing the Word of God, it's just motivated me, and it's made me want to learn more. And I just want to absorb so much. I want to know about the evidence. I'm reading the book by Lee Strobel, The Case for Christ, and that's so interesting. A lot of this stuff I never knew about. Just all the scriptures we have, the papyrus, the old manuscripts. Because people think there's nothing out there, there's no evidence, it's just stories that have been passed down and probably changed, and man put the Bible together. So it's understandable when you don't know and you haven't studied it. So like I said, I'm still learning, I'm studying, I'm not an expert, but I'm I feel like I've been led on this path, and I want to lead others to Christ, to know God, to love Him. And it's exciting. It's something that I'm excited about for my future. I was talking to a friend about it the other day. I told her, that I've been reading The Case for Christ and that I finished the Bible, and she's a Christian too, and she's kind of trying to grow in her faith, and she asked me what my favorite book in the Bible was, and for some reason I feel like Job is just so interesting to me. It was when I first read it and heard it, I didn't understand why, but then, like I said, listening to the Bible Project and understanding more like the suffering aspect. It's kind of like we all have to suffer in a way to have true joy, to really, show our faith. We have to go through hard times, and I still don't fully understand why, but I can see it now. I've felt it in my own life, and, I've cried out to God. I've prayed and asked for help and, understanding in certain times. So I feel like everyone has to go through that in some form or another. And it's hard, and it's worse for some people, unfortunately, but so I really just resonated with the book of Job for some reason. And again, this is the beginning stages. Even though I've gone to church my whole life, I just would hear the message and be like, oh yeah, that's good, that's great, you quoted Bible verses. I never really took the time myself. So I recommend that for everyone. Just open up the Bible and start, and just kind of slowly move in the path that you're led, and I think God will guide you. And I wish you guys all the best, and thank you. This is just a short little random video, but I just wanted to share that with everyone, and I hope you'll read the Bible too and grow in your spiritual journey. All right, thanks for watching, guys. God bless.